Do we all suffer from anxiety? I need to understand, because I feel like personally every day is a battle. Every day you wake up and you're like, should I get out of the house? Because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to interact with certain individuals. It's like we're living in a society where people are now mean, rude, selfish, not accommodating, that for an average person you now need to calculate if or weigh your options and see if whether it's even important for you to step out of the house or go to a restaurant, or if anything. I hate confrontations, because I don't know if this is coming from me being an empathetic person, but the reality is I'm an empathetic person who's also sensitive. So already those are two ends of the opposite, if I can put it like that, because where my empathy would come in would be to remove myself from the situation and put the other person first, hear what they say, sympathize, empathize, and the likes. But now the sensitivity would be now realizing that you've removed yourself from the situation, put the other person first, but they were still disrespectful, rude, disregarded you, and invalidated what you're going through. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'll give a typical example. There's a time I needed 20 rands because I needed to quickly give someone 20 rands. So I went to Pick n Pay, asked for the 20 rands, and the cashier was like, I don't have it. Like, dead serious, I don't have it. And I'm like, how, sissy? What do you mean you don't have it? I saw it in your till. Like, there's no way you won't have 20 rand. Come on, it's not like it's early in the morning. Even if it's early in the morning, you have change. What do you mean? So it was a tough battle to have to restrict myself from acting out, because I'm like, okay, I don't want to escalate this too much because I don't want to be seen as problematic, unnecessary. But deep down, I'm like, why is this woman being difficult to me for no reason, out of nowhere? I didn't do anything to you. You don't know me, so why are you doing this? So as much as you're battling to find that balance of where do I stand my ground, where do I gird to be heard, where do I understand where the other person is coming from, there is now the whole issue of absorbing it all. You absorb it all. Now when you get back home, some people just disregard things and brush it away and be like, it's not that deep. You brush it away, but it still stays embedded in your subconscious. So now next time when you want to go ask for cash or whatever it is, you remember that. And the sad thing is, it trickles to everywhere else. In a restaurant, you don't feel comfortable to ask the waiter or to tell them that this is not my order, or this is not how I said I wanted, or call them out for whatever behavior, because you're like, I don't have the energy to balance fighting and not fighting, sympathizing and also standing my ground. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Funny enough, we often think that we are the only ones going through situations, until you realize that there is so many people that are going through it and are being invalidated, because someone might be like, well, you were not clinically diagnosed, or a doctor didn't diagnose you, so what do you mean you have anxiety? Or you do not have anxiety attacks. So I think my anxiety attacks used to come because I was suppressing it. And I'm like, I can't just play around with being suffering from anxiety and whatever. I can't just play around with that word. And also, you remember power of the tongue. I don't want to be bringing these energies to me. But the unfortunate part of that was I was failing to equip myself mentally whenever I step out of my place to go and meet other people, different races, different cultures. And I will now shy away from even making conversations, because I just felt like if something goes south or someone misinterprets what I'm saying, I do not have the energy to try and defend myself. Because sometimes you have genuine intentions, and sometimes you can try articulate yourself, and someone will just choose to see you based on the perspective that they've already created about you. So why are we now this anxious? Why are we a nervous society? And there is the obvious of, women don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. To give an example, here in Braamfontein, there's a road I typically use when I come back from Pick n Pay, and it has some Texas Park there. If I tell you that I will do my best to make sure that I'm not walking too close to those Texas, because I don't want someone to be lusting over me, or someone to, hey beautiful, my size, whatever it is, give me your number, and if I say no, it escalates into something. Like, you're constantly in fear when you're around men, or around a particular man. Let me say one man. You're in fear because you're like, I don't know what this man is going to do. Will I be safe? Will I know how to defend myself? And it is exhausting. So which led me to trying to understand, is there something deeper? Because you also don't want to be walking around constantly thinking negatively, because they say you attract what you believe. But why is it that as much as we are aware of these things, you still can't take yourself out of that mind trap of, no, I can't speak, I'm not good enough, oh no, my vocab is not good enough in a taxi. Oh, we know the Taxi Chronicles, when you have to ask the driver to stop because you need to get off. Guys, everywhere, even in an Uber. Oh my Lord, have mercy, have mercy. I did this video today because I know someone might be sidelining what they're going through, or thinking that they're the only ones going through it. And I did this video to remind you that you're not alone. You're not alone, and it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't make you incompetent, the fact that every time you speak, you need to put it in your head, digest it, do a dialogue. No. And if anyone is going to invalidate what you're going through by trying to bring the sensitivity card, it's just best you cut those people out. I know I'm sensitive, and to make things worse, I'm also an empath. So yeah, any small thing triggers something big in me. So I prefer to stay alone in my room. I only go out if I have commitments, basketball, choir, a meeting. That's it. Everything else, stay in my room, stay alone. My friends, fortunately, are good people, and they've never made me feel stupid, dumb, incompetent, or anything of the sort. If anything, they're very supportive. Yesterday, one actually, I want to cry. One texted me based on a video she saw that I did, and she was saying, I had no idea that you're going through this. Let me not cry. But when I saw that message and I read it, I actually started crying. Then I asked myself, why are you crying? And that was because there's something I was just going through. And when she said that, I felt heard. I felt like someone understands what I'm going through. And I felt like someone is not going to invalidate what I'm going through. So we really need to practice a bit more grace towards ourselves, grace towards strangers, because sometimes it's easy to be graceful towards the people you know. Practice more empathy, more kindness, more love for your neighbor, and talk yourself out negative scenarios, fantasies that you've created in your head based on certain things that you've picked up about society, your circumstances. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes this helps because it best guard you mentally, physically, emotionally, in case something that you had played in your head happens. You'll know what to do because you've already analyzed it. But on the other hand as well, it could be quite detrimental because you're always operating from a place of fear, nervousness, anxiety, and not feeling like you could be able to take care of whatever situation that might pop up that might not be to your liking. I hope to have more of these chats. Sometimes I go through these things and I feel like I can just quickly sit down and record it. I think I should do that more. And if you're a bit more enlightened about these issues, what you've been going through, specific symptoms that you felt like other people didn't understand because they've never experienced those things that way, but you know that no, this no, this is not how I'm supposed to feel, this is not how someone is supposed to make me feel. Please do share in the comment section and let us help each other. Let us help each other in holding each other's hands, comforting each other, sharing what you do that has helped you with your anxiety, your nervousness, feeling incompetent and the likes, and hopefully we could be all enlightened from that. Do take care. Keep well. I'll definitely see you in the comment section down below and in my next videos. And as always, remember to be kind. Bye bye.